Hey guys, welcome to MrMaple Show. We are getting ready for the Spring Open House 2025. The line's backing up. Big things are happening, but I got another big thing to announce. Mr. Brian Rule is back with MrMaple.
What's up, everybody? Great to be here. I'm back, coming back to work here at the MrMaple farm. I'm excited, man. Ready to re-inject that juice back into it, man. I'm excited to be here. Open house is a great way to bring it back. I mean, all our friends are here at the gate waiting to come in, banging, waiting for a red panda or something crazy.
Something crazy.
You know, there's all kinds of crazy stuff in these greenhouses. You got to come out to one of these open houses. We get excited about it every time because we get to see all the faces, all the people that buy our plants and enjoy all this beautiful plant out here. We got them today.
And if you couldn't make it today, you talked about that Memorial Day. We got Memorial Day coming up in May. So we're gonna have another one. So if you couldn't make it today, but welcome, let's have a great day.
Let's check this out.
Hey y'all, I'm standing here with Jennifer. Jennifer, where are you from?
I'm from Pickens, South Carolina.
So how long have you been growing Japanese maples?
Well, about 4 years, been coming up here to all the open houses last year. So I have over 125 at my house that I'm putting in planters. I started doing it when my husband passed away. My dad's always been a Japanese maple person. And so I initially tried to put trees that I didn't get from here because I didn't know y'all yet, out in my yard in the shape of my husband's initials so he could see them from heaven. But the deer got them. And so that's when I started deciding to do them by the planters. Yeah. And we discovered y'all. Yeah. And so we started getting trees a couple years ago. My dad drove up here the first couple years after COVID, I think, and picked them up at the house, and then have just become obsessed.
So, what are some of your favorite maples now that you have?
Right now, the Golden Falls is my absolute favorite. I just ordered 2 when you had the sale, and I have 2 more at home, and they're just so pretty. My blood goods, I was just obsessed with like the coral barks in the wintertime and how pretty everything looks. So I grabbed another Orange Dream. So I really like it. I probably am close to 100 different varieties, but I have several blood goods that are pretty tall, but nothing as pretty as
And you're not too far away. You're what? Is it
an hour? It's
an
about
hour.
An hour drive, so it works out perfect in my electric car.
I know Matt and I, when the nursery was smaller, we'd take off some Wednesdays and just run down to Pickens Flea Market and go shop for comic books when we were tiny. There's no time for that anymore nowadays.
No.
But that's just a hop, skip, and a jump away down the mountain, but it is a little bit warmer down there.
It is, and I think it's really interesting to see, like when I buy the trees here and what's showing out here and then what shows out at my house. I'm looking forward to the fall. I got sucked in to like the last 2 open houses that y'all had, Labor Day, and I think there might have been one even in October, and I just bought all the beautiful colors. And so I just can't wait. Like spring, I have almost everything out. I've got a couple of coral barks that are still putting off, and it's just beautiful. It's like sitting in paradise because right now, like I said, I have over 100 in my little bitty backyard since the deer got all the others. And
that's so cool though. I mean, it's so exciting to be able to put all these trees in there, see how they develop, and then you see a 1 gallon and just watch it grow. I mean, that's one of the fun parts of gardening to me is just getting to see how these trees develop from this little tree that you got, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, you've got a beautiful tree out there in the garden.
Oh, and it's so awesome right now because, in the wintertime, they were basically sticks and things because mine are still pretty young.
Yeah.
Because I bought them in the smaller last year. And so as they have branched out this spring, I've been walking through and I'll try to turn things so they're not overlapping their leaves. And what I find is then I'm moving everything. Then I'm like, oh no, that's not going to work here. And I like to be able to sit on my sun deck and be able to see each tree, so I can see the leaves and the change in the colors. It's just heavenly. It's
I mean, this
like
time of the
paradise.
season is one of the most fun times for maple collectors. When you see all the trees leafing out with all the different colors. I mean, spring is, to me, is one of the most underrated things. People will talk about Japanese maples for fall color,
Right.
because they're so beautiful in the fall, but the spring, to me, it's just that lively feel, and you've waited all winter, and you've had to have patience, and then they start leafing out. You just get so excited as those leaves come out.
And I talk to everybody, and I have all these pictures when they were first, coming out and everything. I'd be like, look at this one, look at this one, look at this one. Yeah, it's definitely an obsession, and it's super exciting because a lot of the trees I did buy in the fall or in the summer, so I didn't know what they would look like this spring. And so I'm also blending the reds and the maroons with the different greens and limes, and it's beautiful.
Color contrast is the name of the game.
It is. It's so pretty like that.
I love it. Jennifer, I really appreciate you jumping in our interview today.
Thank you so much for letting me talk about the trees.
Guys, when it comes to trees, they happen here at the open house, and this spring right now is awesome, and all those trees just leafing out. If you missed out on this open house, we got another one coming up. The next open house coming up Memorial Day Monday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., just like this one. We'd love to have you here.
It's fabulous. Y'all need to come. These are all my new trees. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
I
Jennifer.
appreciate y'all.
What's going on, everybody? We've had an exciting day here at the MrMaple open house. Tons and tons of people, literally thousands of people have come through today, shopped all kinds of amazing Japanese maples, conifers, flowering shrubs and trees. And one of my good friends, Mr. Lee Todd, has come all the way from Oklahoma. This is my Oklahomie. I love you, brother. Good to see you, man. But you got some plants today, right? I mean, you never leave empty-handed.
Yeah,
Come to the MrMaple open house, right?
absolutely. I started out, I had to pick up pre-orders of 25, and I think I got another 25 at least. So this is a highlight of my year to come in the spring, and if you can, it's just, the area is beautiful, the maples are beautiful. You'll never find the variety that they've got here. I don't care where you go.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how big your local nursery is. It's nothing like this. They literally have thousands to pick from. And so this is a special time. Of course, fall is too. But
Yeah, we have several open houses throughout the year, so make sure you keep track on our website. Kind of stay tuned. Go to our YouTube channel and follow us there. Subscribe. We make all kinds of notifications and announcements for open houses. This was a big spring one for us. We really was pleasantly surprised with the weather cooperated. It was going to rain, then the weather moved to the next day before it rained, so it's a beautiful sunshiny day here. And spring in North Carolina doesn't get better than that.
Nope, it doesn't.
One thing about the open house that I really love is the people. I get to see all the people and put the faces with the plants that they buy, because it gets me excited when I get to talk to Lee about what he's putting in his garden. We share a lot of information back and forth about what we like to grow and what things work well. And you're in Oklahoma, so
Absolutely.
You're in a pretty harsh climate there as far as when it comes to maples, but you've had a lot of success, right?
Yes, I live on the east side of Oklahoma City. In 2019, I bought 2 acres and built a new house, and I was trying to figure out what I'm going to plant underneath these post oak native trees I've got over there.
Yeah.
And well, I was watching MrMaple, and in 20 I ordered my first 10, and mainly because of this guy. He was the #1 guy on there, and I was, if he can do it in Oklahoma, I can do it.
That's right.
And so
it takes a lot of research and kind of make sure that you always look at what cultivars are going to work best in your climate.
Yeah.
But there's really a maple for everybody in all kinds of different climates. Whether you're in a hot climate, cold climate, you can find the perfect maple for your setting. You picked up a few maples today, right?
Oh, yeah.
What's some of your favorite highlights that you were able to get?
I I got a pretty good size El Diablo.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Beautiful, beautiful tree. I got a couple of purple curls.
Nice. That's a funky one right there. Nice, gnarly looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, love
I kind of, it's been a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago, Tim had a video on weirdos.
Yeah.
I wrote every one he had on my list, every one, and I got about half of them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And so, 10 at 10's great, and you can get some really good ones. But when you come in, you never know what's going to be in house 29.
Yeah, for sure.
Or 18.
Yeah, sometimes it's the hunt that is some of the funnest part because we have so many greenhouses here, and a lot of the stuff that we list online, maybe these trees that are here right now haven't made it to the internet yet for sale. So you get some exclusive stuff when you come to the open houses. That's one of the big draws for it. A lot of the collectors come because they get to hand pick a lot of these cultivars that you really don't get to see very often available. So, man, we appreciate you doing a quick interview with me.
No problem.
Lee, great to see you, man. Thanks for always supporting us here at Mr. Maple.
You bet.
Guys, standing here with Auggie from Texas here at the open house. How long was that drive you had coming in? Y'all came in last night, right?
We came in, we started on Tuesday, and then we got here on Wednesday because we broke up the trip. So we stayed in Alabama and then drove the rest of the way here.
That's right, because the other night you were over at Corbin's.
That's right, we're
having dinner.
We hung out with Corbin and delayed his packing for Japan. So, yeah. But he was nice enough to host us there.
So Auggie, what do you like about coming here to these open houses?
Finding those Easter eggs and finding those rare maples that I don't have yet. So I go around looking in all the nooks and crannies of the greenhouses and looking for those maples that I just don't have or that are really hard to find.
I mean, that's where a lot of those limited releases come from, are those nooks and crannies.
Yep.
I mean, you got 6,000 trees in a house. There's a lot of trees in there.
Yeah.
And there's one-offs over here, one-off over here, set of 2 or 3 over here, and then some big sets of really cool items too.
Yeah,
so I mean, it's always a blast whenever it comes to that. How did you find out about us here at Mr. Maple?
So I was on the hunt for some Japanese maples about, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. And so I just did like a search for like a dwarf red maple. And the first one I ever picked up was Hime Shoujo. And I bought it from you guys. This is just a few years ago. And I still have it. It's growing great.
Man, I appreciate y'all making that trip from Texas. It was fun a few years ago, or last year, whenever we actually did our tour of Texas.
Yeah. I mean,
you got to come by and visit.
That was a blast having you guys. We all had fun.
Such a fun time coming down there and checking everything out. And I mean, y'all got such a great community of growers down there. The Maple Society meeting this fall is actually going to be in Texas. So if you're interested, go to maplesociety.org. You can sign up for the meeting stuff, and all the information is right there on the Maple Society website. It should be coming out soon if it's not out there yet. Y'all, I'm super excited because I know y'all got such a great group of people.
Yeah.
It's good to get those people involved with the Maple Society.
Exactly. There's quite a few of us in Texas that are growing Japanese maple, and we're such a tight-knit community there because you can grow them there, but it's got its challenges. And so we all always share tips and tricks, and we're always on the hunt for trees and helping each other out. So that's a lot of fun.
Well, man, I appreciate you jumping in this interview as we're running around this open house. A lot of fun things happening. Guys, pretty soon we're about to go shoot here in a second Auggie's top 5 Japanese maples. So stay tuned, coming to a top 5 pretty soon. Hey guys, I'm standing here with my good friend Bjorn. I think you came to open house since, but I just remember going around Texas, eating brisket, and checking out some botanical gardens. Yeah, you got us into some botanical gardens down in Texas too. I can't thank you enough. That was an
most
awesome time on our trip down to Texas. You can always go check out some of our videos from that time frame where we went down to our trip to Texas. We go through and visit some botanical gardens. We go try out some brisket, a bunch of different awesome barbecue places. Bjorn, tell people where you are at down in Texas.
I live in Dallas, Texas, in a suburb called McKinney. So it's about an hour north.
Now, you've been collecting maples for a hot minute now, and you've really gotten into like a bunch of really cool varieties. I know you had a list of cool plants you were looking for. What are some of those cool trees that you got at the open house today?
Got a bloody talons, you got a ladybug, I got a Monkawa from the game show, so happy with that.
So we actually have a game show, Jeopardy style, coming out soon. It's gonna be on a Friday sometime soon, so be on the lookout for it. We had 6 contestants, Jeopardy style. It's gonna be a blast. I think people will really enjoy it, and you can play along at home with each of these questions as well. So out of those 3, what's your favorite of those 3?
Right now my favorite is Monkawa. That's hard earned.
I mean, that's supposed to be like a cross between Moonrise and a Makawa.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. You get all those colors of that sort of yellows and the oranges in there at the same time. Like that, it's insane. There's nothing else quite like it. And that's the reason I like that one.
I love the colors. Love the colors on it when I saw it.
Oh yeah. So you're heading back this evening?
Yes, we're gonna start heading back. Hopefully get past Atlanta. That way we'll be smooth sailing from there.
How long is the drive?
If we go straight, probably about 15. With stopovers, I would say 17.
Yeah.
We'll,
Do you
we'll
go
stop
through?
over for the night?
Do you go through the Nashville towards the Brisket, or do you go the southern route?
We're gonna go the southern route.
Yeah, I think it's like a little bit quicker, maybe 45 minutes an hour. Man, I appreciate you jumping in today, man. I'm so excited about having you all here at the open house. It's been a blast. It's winding down here towards the end of the day. A game show just happened a little bit ago. We've been seeing so many people. I think we probably had more cars and more people than I think we've ever had here at MrMaple.
I can attest to that.
Yeah, and we had at our overflow parking, which is at West Rock, Smurf at West Rock, there was a third of their parking lot filled up.
Yeah.
So I mean, that is insane here for an open house. So appreciate you jumping in today.
Oh, happy to be here.
Yep.
So guys, I'm here with Mr. Vertrees, JD Vertrees.
JD,
A lot of people get shocked when I see that name tag. Grandson of famous author JD Vertrees. Honored to have you here, sir. And I just got to say, I told you before already off camera, thank you for everything your grandfather did for maples. I know that sounds crazy, but we wouldn't be doing this today if he hadn't popularized maple collecting in the whole English-speaking world.
Right.
First English book on maples. And everybody that loves this kind of stuff owes your grandfather a great debt of gratitude for sure.
And I definitely appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's a very surreal experience that I've kind of dealt with it off and on all my life, that people will just come up and like, wait, yeah.
Right.
So
you might have saw him in the MrMaple Friends group. People were like, that's not real. That's got to be fake. And my mom's like, no, we actually talked to him. That is legitimately.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, super cool. And I was glad we could get that video. You'd commented about the video we did on his grounds, which was pretty cool. Such an honor to go and see. You know, it's kind of like holy ground if you're into maples. Really.
Right. And it was great to see the video because it gave me such nostalgia. Now, unfortunately, when I was growing up, I didn't care about the trees.
Yeah, that's what.
But he had an aviary with birds in it. And
Right.
I was sitting there for hours
Oh, that's
and just
awesome.
watch the birds fly around.
He's such an interesting guy.
It was very neat. Yeah.
I mean, you were saying he was a bit of a troll. You got to tell us a little more about him.
So we lived on opposite ends of the country. I grew up in New York.
Right.
They were in Oregon. So I only got to see him maybe once a year, every 2 years. And he was a very stoic man.
Yeah.
Very rarely would break a smile. But he was very sweet, but stoic. But I don't know how things work in different states when I'm 6.
Right.
So we'd be visiting and he'd be like, Jason, go get the Sunday mail. Okay, Grandpa. Walk all the way down that driveway.
Yeah, I've been there.
All the way back. It's like, sorry, Grandpa, you didn't get any mail. And he's just smirking. My dad's going, oh, I have an idiot for a son. Like, just things like that of, the left-handed crescent wrenches, just those classic get-ems when I'm 6 and 8.
Right.
Trusting my grandpa.
Yeah, that's funny.
Don't do that.
Definitely an interesting guy. I mean, I told you off camera too, but like we've literally studied your grandpa, which is a crazy thing to say to somebody. But, you know, we went through the Oregon State Archives. There's all kinds of letters he's written people. It's so interesting. One of the things he did that was so cool, it's just missed in today's society, I guess, but he wrote people like a handwritten letter. So it's so cool. You can like go through and check like, or a typewriter, but it was like a personal touch on stuff. It was so interesting. And so I got to read a lot of his letters to different other maple, you know, gurus around the world. So it was like his letters to D.M. Van Gelderen, who also wrote a book at Holland and different things like that. So it was so cool to kind of just, you know, get to learn more about it. And also I mentioned this to you off camera as well, but Buckholz, a lot of his knowledge came from kind of picking your grandfather's brain. That was a mentor to him early on. And I would say he's kind of that guy now for a lot of people. It's kind of like that maple guy, but he'll tell you right offhand, you know, he would go bug your grandfather some days and, you know, be on there knocking on the door, whether he was the young guy then going, hey, excuse me, sir, can you tell me something about, I need to learn about this Acer Circina Monroe you have in your garden.
And it's wonderful to hear that, though, because Grandpa had obviously so much knowledge. Right. And that wasn't my dad's path.
Yeah.
Or it wasn't my path at 15. Now I'm at how old I am now. I'm definitely way more interested and wish I had that to sort of pluck his brain. You definitely
bear a little bit of resemblance.
So, that's just
a compliment.
The gray. It's just the gray.
So tell us a little bit about you. You're recently getting into maples now as well.
Yeah, so got a new house about a year ago, and I had room to actually plant a garden, and I went online, and I was like, I knew my dad always told me Grandpa's tree was the Kamagata. Like I don't think I've told my dad, hey, there's more. He's really, you know.
Well, he was very modest. Like he named a few more trees, or he was at least involved in their naming. So a lot of people would send him stuff.
Right.
And then, so he might have been modest and said, well, I didn't find that. But he named it and got it out there.
Gotcha.
So he was very modest about that, but he found a lot of cool stuff.
That's awesome. But yeah, I was like, I need Japanese maples for the new house.
Yeah.
Because we've always tried to have, my dad, we always had one or two. And now I got this new house. I was like, I need one. And so I went and I Googled Kamagata, and MrMaple came up, and I sent y'all an email. I was like, do you have enough? I'm planning on ordering one of these in a couple weeks. And I got a lovely email back saying, yep, we're good.
Wonderful.
And so I ordered a pair of Kamagata.
And that's how you found us.
That's how I found y'all. And now I'm, after today, over 30.
Oh, wow.
So, in a year.
I'll tell you what.
I know those are rookie numbers for some of y'all.
Your family is Japanese maple royalty, and it's just, I think it's fun for people to hear that there's a new generation of Vertrees get into maple. So your family's maple royalty.
A little late in life to get into it, but I do want to actually, I plan on learning how to graft and propagate. I want to I want to make one for Grandpa.
We can help you do that.
So let's, I'd like to do that. Name one after him that he'll hate.
Man, thank you for hopping in here today, man. It's an honor. Thank your whole family for everything. And we would not be doing this today without his grandfather writing books on maples. Like my whole career is based on things he did in the past. So I really appreciate it, man. Honor to have you here.
Thank you.
Hey guys, today was an awesome day. The nursery finally, end of the day, everybody went home, but what an exciting day. So nice to meet all the new faces. Oh, JD Vertrees, the grandson of the JD Vertrees that showed up. All the new faces, and then all our old Maple family that showed up. Thank you all for coming out to this open house. It was such a blast. In my opinion, probably one of the biggest ones that I've seen personally. So much fun, but y'all, thank you for tuning in to the MrMaple Show, checking it out. And remember, we have an open house, our next one coming up Memorial Day. That is May 26th. So get them on your calendars now. But thanks to everybody that came out, and we look forward to the next one. Take care, God bless, and have a great day.